relationship coach for the person who's had the affair, who has betrayed their partner, to show real remorse. Now, remorse is not the I'm really sorry and continually saying I'm sorry. That actually often is the person's guilt talking and has no impact at all on the person who's been betrayed. This is something that is very different. So remorse means that you actually have empathy for the impact that you've had on your partner who you've hurt. So it means being able to really show that you hear the pain that you have caused and be willing to stay with that. And a partner will say, the partner who's been betrayed will say that they can actually tell the difference between I'm sorry and someone's guilt and real remorse. The next step, the third step, links to that. The person who has been betrayed, who is basically going through a grief process, the relationship is not what they thought it was. It's not how they thought it was. So there are an awful lot of feelings that come up, inevitably a lot of anger, a lot of sadness, and one of the steps that really helps is for the partner who betrayed them to hear their anger, their sadness and the grief that they feel at the change in the relationship and the loss that they're feeling at that time. Step number 4. Step number 4 is about both partners daring to understand what was happening that caused the affair. And I guess the hardest part is this is quite against our culture. We want to blame the person who's had the affair. It's all their fault. Well, yes, they did something that's destructive. It's not an okay way to behave in relationship, and it's not an excuse. However, affairs don't tend to happen if a relationship is in a good place or that the dynamic is working. So for both partners to look at what happened, what was happening before the affair, what wasn't working, how was their relationship dynamic stuck, what did one of them want to say but couldn't find the words or didn't feel safe enough to say or just didn't know how. It doesn't excuse, I really want to emphasise, it doesn't excuse the person having the affair and saying, well, you know, I did it because. Actually, they still have to own and take responsibility for the affair and the pain that causes. However, for a couple to come together and have a possibility of healing their relationship after an affair, together they have to jointly look at what was happening for it to happen and address that and work out how they're going to explore that together. The final 5th thing is about building trust. So rebuilding trust takes time and takes a lot of honesty and a lot of communication and talking, and often a lot of transparency as well. That's my 5 minutes. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm going to get some help so I can write some more five things. Okay, thank you, bye.